guys, welcome back, and today we are going to use Fitballs to show you exercises. Now a lot of people think Fitballs are only for pregnant people, and a lot of guys stereotype it and say it's just for women. That is not the case. They are brilliant for so many different exercises, but today we're just going to show you how they're really good for bodyweight exercises and mostly core and abs.
So this is a really serious video.
Yeah, really serious. So before we go too far into it and we go shooting off, we just want to explain how to pick the right Fitball for you and why it's so good. First thing you need to do is sit yourself on one, and your legs should be at 90 degrees, nice and straight to the floor, parallel to the floor, okay? So the first exercise we want to show you is a better alternative than doing a sit-up, in my opinion, because when you do a sit-up, people tend to put on their neck and stuff, and it puts a lot of pressure and flexion for your spine, which we don't particularly want to do. So all you got to do is sit yourself on the ball, roll your bum a little bit further forward, and lay yourself back. Okay, my shoulders are off the ball at the moment. I'm put my hands to the sky, and I'm just going to pulse up. So my neck's going to stay facing the ceiling, so my back's not really bending a huge amount in the top part of my spine, so my neck is staying nice and straight, and I'm pulsing up to engage the abs, okay? When I do my sit-up, I don't need to come all the way up here, because the pressure's come off my abdominals now, it's come off my six-pack, my rectus abdominis. I want to just stay small little pulses. If you want to, you can hold the plate in your hands when you're doing this, just to add a little bit of extra weight, and that's quite simply how to do a little ab crunch on a Fitball, and like I say, I prefer it to doing a normal sit-up.
Right, so we're moving on to a slightly harder alternative. This is what we call a Bleak Rotation. So your set position is exactly the same as when you were doing the crunch raise with John just before, who's now behind the camera because he's being lazy. And basically all you're going to do is bring your feet slightly closer together, the more comfortable you get. So just remember, when they're right next to each other, you're going to have to balance through your core at the hardest point. So if you're new to the Fitball training, start with your feet wider than your hips to start with, just to stabilize yourself. And from there, walk yourself down, take your hands up, exactly the same position as a crunch, keep your hips elevated, and then roll round as far as you dare, and then control it all the way back, and making sure your hands don't come forwards, keep the pressure on, rotate, and then pull it back. So oblique rotations, 12 to 15 each side, bringing in this side paneling, really keeping your core switched on. Well done.
Right, next exercise. I really like this one because when it gets a bit tough afterwards, you can just go, have a little sleep. Right, so
as usual. This
one's really going to work your transverse abdominals, so it's one of your core muscles, okay, your TVA, you might hear it called before. All I want you to do is take your forearms onto your ball, okay, you can lock your fists if you want to, but try not to, okay? You can take yourself up into a plank position. You're on a plank now, feet hip width apart, bum stays nice and parallel with the back. You don't want to let it sink down because that's putting pressure on your lower back, on your spine, okay? So keep up nice and high, and this is going to be hard enough for a lot of you, just holding the plank, but if you want to get a bit more of your obliques and your abs involved, try doing little circles like this. And the better you get, the bigger you can make your circles. Just remember, whatever you do one side though, you've got to do the other. So maybe try 10 each side to start with, and just see how you feel. It's a relatively tough exercise, this one, to be honest, guys, especially if you've got a soft ball, your elbows tend to sink into it a lot. If you've got a harder ball, obviously it's going to move around more, but I tend to find it's a little bit easier because my elbows aren't like buried in the ball. Alright, so there's your plank and your plank rotations to really work your core.
So as you might be thinking that the Fitball is all about working the core, we're going to chuck one in that's going to help you work the chest at the same time. This is pretty tough. Exercise number 5 is reverse curls, and it's also a press up on the end, so you can put a bit of chest in. So your position is from our really serious movement into the hand position. You walk out into a normal press up position, point your toes down, lift your bum up and suck your belly button in. From there, reverse curl, drag the toes right in, and then from there, decline press up. Really tough exercise, really gonna work into the core, into the triceps, and into the chest. So it's hard enough just to hold it like that. But then drag it in. If you want to do a John, you can pull your legs up straight, but that's as high as I can pull mine. So I have tension in my hamstrings. So you can walk them straight up, and that is your progression from that, and straight up. So, nice red face, reverse curls with a press up, activating the chest and triceps at the same time as blitzing your core.
So we're going to give you a little Brucey bonus to finish with. We know a lot of you like to link exercise together, same as we do. So we want to keep as much tension on the abs for as long as we can to really get some good results. So I'm going to link 4 or 5 exercises together, and just, I'm not going to spend very long on them, I'm just going to glaze over them, but you guys try and spend like 30 seconds on each exercise and put them in the little circuit, and I guarantee you, your abs are really going to be burning again.
I guarantee you, this is my guarantee to you today.
Okay. I'm going to start off with my plank, guys. So plank position, holding myself on here, hips nice and straight, maybe put some circles and rotations in if I want to. If I want to get a little bit more obliques, I can do some crunches in, opposite ways. So I'm going to spend like 30 seconds on each of them. I'm then going to bring my ball in nice and close straight away. Bring myself up nice and high onto the ball. Walk myself forward. And I'll do a little bit of running, man. I'll take one leg off the side, and I'm going to run. Keep my back nice and straight. I might want to swap and do the other side. Alright, I can even hold a plank here. I can do plank walks from here if I want to. I can do the press ups like Leon did and bring it in. Or if I want to be really adventurous, I can roll out into a roll out, bring up into a nice high pike, and roll out again. Alright, so there is 3 or 4 little exercises that you can just fluidly link together at the end of your circuit, in between exercises, however you want to do it, just to keep time under tension. That's really important. It's the same as we say with our reps. Nice and slow reps on the lower end phase, time under tension, and it's going to give you better results. Remember, Fitball doesn't have to just be for core. If you're pressing on here, single arm pressing even more, you're really going to engage your core because you're trying to off balance yourself. So guys and girls, don't be afraid to pick up weights, do some shoulder pressing and stuff on there. Lift one leg off of the floor while doing pressing. All that is going to work your core.
So that was our super quick Fitball fanatic workout. Automatic, systematic. So put it into your workout today. We actually got this because we put a tweet out, and a lot of people said, "Can you do a Fitball workout?" So there you go, tweets who asked for this Fitball gear, and we'll be back again soon with another video. It will be on Sunday.
It will be on Sunday.
It will be on Sunday. Stay classy.
So we'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.
Chest hair now, right?
What do you mean getting always a chest hair? I just trim it sometimes.
Man hair, I love you.
What's a man? I'm a real boy.
No.
I'm a real boy.
I see one though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You don't touch a man's throat.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to Cody the gym?
Throw down to my ball.
What happened to Cody the gym? You don't touch another man's body hair.